Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. All right, put a one in. Ooh, what's going on here? What's going on? Put a one in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. If you can hear me, put a one in the chat. Mic check. Okay, for those who celebrate the holiday, happy holiday to you. Today is a special impromptu live. When I say impromptu, I didn't expect that. I didn't think I would have to do a live like this, especially. Okay, guys, can you hear me? How's my sound? Okay, especially leading into the holiday, where I'm sure a lot of you with your families right now celebrating, enjoying just the fun time with your family. I don't know why my sound is sounding so off. Hold on. Okay. Me. All right, so listen up. My sound is not sounding the way I want it to sound. Let me see something. Let me try something like this. Different. Okay, let me see. One, two, one, two, one, two. Okay. I know. Okay. I might need a battery. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we're here to discuss this very disappointing development that occurred, I guess, in the last 12 hours involving social justice activist Shaun King. Many of you know Shaun King because if you don't know, if you say you don't know, I'm saying you guys might be lying. This man has amassed over 6, 7, almost 8 million subscribers, followers on social media, and most recently, his Instagram page was shut down. Yes, it was shut down. It was shut down by Instagram, owned by Meta Corporation. So I'm looking. I've been following Shaun for not just recently. I've been following Shaun for probably since he got on social media. Since he started talking about some of the social issues that are occurring in. Okay, someone's playing with my sound. Okay, hold on. Okay, guys, put a one in the chat if you can hear me because my sound is coming in kind of crazy. Come on, Meta. I know you ain't doing this to me, Meta. Meta, you better not be doing this. Okay, hold on. Okay, we got to go back in and fix this up. Okay. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to get in here while I get the sound correct. Stand by. Stand by. Give me about 30 seconds. Actually, we don't have to go anywhere. What I want to do is I want to bring Shaun. I want to bring Shaun up. Shaun King. I don't know. Just come. Okay, it's clear because my headphones is not coming in clear. So I want to bring in Shaun King. Well, at least a statement that Shaun put out regarding his surprise. I don't know if it's even a suspension, but it was very disappointing. And there are a lot of people on social media right now that are following him, especially those that are trying to get the message out was occurring right now in Palestine with the relentless bombing of innocent people in Palestine. It's about 18,000 people already that have been bombed in Palestine, and Shaun has been one of the few individuals that have been making the public aware of what's really actually happening. And I read a few articles this morning as relates to his suspension, and the I would just say the propaganda machine is really on top of him right now because I read an article just this morning where the New York Post is. I mean, it's just a serious hit piece, and we're gonna talk about the article in a little while, but I want Shaun to come up and say from his words what happened, and this is a statement that he put out this morning. So we're gonna play his statement, and I'm gonna go ahead and fix my audio while you guys are watching the statement.
Hey everybody, Shaun King here. Love you, appreciate you. I'm okay. I am frustrated. As you've probably seen, I've been banned from Instagram, which is mind-blowing. I posted about it earlier this week because I have a lot of friends that work at Meta I have spoken at Meta. I've been an official guest of the company. I've been to headquarters. I am friends with senior staff there who told me earlier this week and last week that things had gotten so bad at Meta that they no longer thought I should ever email them there again, that they were convinced that their emails were being read, that things they said in emails, not just to me, but to others, were being quoted without their knowledge or permission. And so when I heard that, it did spook me. This was last week or week before last, and I posted about this. And I was told, I think it was now about a week ago, I posted about this, that they were going to close my account down, that the decision had already been made, and that they thought it was going to be sometime in the new year, and that the American government had gotten involved, that the Israeli government had gotten involved, that corporations had gotten involved. I posted about all of this, and in part, I think I thought not that it was a bluff, but that they wouldn't actually do it. And the grounds for doing it were preposterous. I've been on Instagram since the month it started. I've been a power user there. I have close friends up and down the company that have always been very supportive of me. But Meta, Facebook, Instagram, I think made a really horrible decision. And their decision, I don't mean their decision in banning me. Their decision was that they would do anything they could to protect Israel at all cost. Because they are saying that they are banning me because I support dangerous organizations. And I'll say to you, with my own words, what you've seen me say in captions. Who's dangerous here? Is Yemen dangerous? Is that what we're really going to conclude? What Americans have the brothers of Yemen killed? Who have they killed on these ships? In fact, there is an argument that Yemen may be the single greatest peacekeeper of this entire moment. Yemen is trying to end the violence. That these men said, you can have free reign in the Red Sea when you stop the genocide. And I believe that's a noble decision they've made. I'm proud of them. And I believe so strongly in what these Yemeni brothers did that I felt it was important to talk about it. And I knew it was at great risk. I thought the risk was probably to my safety because Yemen has enemies around the world, including Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates and others. And my beef is not with them. I'm supporting the actions of Yemen that, frankly, other countries should have also chimed in on. And not just Arab countries and Middle Eastern countries. Shame on the whole world for watching this genocide. Shame on the leaders of the world, because the people of the world are speaking up and speaking out. But shame on the leaders of the world for refusing to intervene when over 10,000 children, over 10,000 Palestinian children have been killed. Thousands more have lost their limbs. The stuff I saw today alone on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day is some of the worst stuff I've ever seen in my life. I'm 44 and I've been doing this work my whole life. So, no, thank you to Yemen for saying, until you stop the genocide, we're going to make trouble on the Red Sea. We're going to stop these ships. And here's the thing. Yemen is not a state sponsor of terrorism. The United States removed them from that list. So who's a dangerous organization? How, of all the dangerous things going on, how is Meta going to say Yemen is the danger here. Dangerous to who? That's my question. Dangerous to Israel. Dangerous to commerce. Because they damn sure aren't dangerous to Palestinians. Is the IDF not a dangerous organization? Because according to most experts now, Israel's military has killed 28,000 people. Historians are saying it is the fastest extermination of people in the modern era. That the proportion of children being killed is unrivaled. Israel has blown up mosques and churches. Snipers have killed old ladies in churches. They've blown up colleges, universities, libraries, bakeries, schools, homes. They've destroyed water systems. They've blown up the beach. They've killed animals. They blew up the zoo. They blew up the National Archives. They blew up the National Justice Building. They destroyed antiquities. It's the definition of terrorism. And for you to say that you're going to hold me accountable for congratulating the one group that had the courage, the tenacity, the strength, the determination to actually say, we will do all we can to stop this. That Meta, that Instagram, that Facebook, that Mark Zuckerberg and others, that you all determined in all of this that supporting Yemen was the dangerous decision, was foolish. We are here, I am here, to stand up for the human rights and dignity of Palestinians, to fight for Palestine, to fight for children, to fight for families. And that you have banned me, and not just banned me, but just the past 48 hours, you have deleted hundreds of important videos and moments and captions, not just from me, but from sisters and brothers on the ground in Gaza, in the West Bank, in Jerusalem. That you have, let me say it the way I want to say it. Facebook, Meta, Instagram, you are the dangerous organization. You are a supporter of genocide. Not just because of what you're doing to me, it's way bigger than me. But from what you're doing to men and women on the ground, in Gaza, tonight, this morning, today, tomorrow, making their lives difficult as they're just trying to document what's going on around them, that you're making the lives of people suffering genocide difficult? How dare you? And that your expectation is of me or anybody else, that I'm supposed to shut up, that I'm supposed to watch and say nothing? Who are you? Who controls you? Who is influencing you? Who do you work for? It's shameful, shameful. This to me is a stain. Again, not just banning me, that you are making life difficult for those that are actually fighting for human rights, that are fighting just to live. Innocent men, women, children, elders, families, doctors. Israel has killed 100 journalists. And you're going to say Yemen is dangerous? Israel has killed over 100 United Nations staff members. But Yemen is dangerous? It's infuriating. It's frustrating. But I think it's wrong for any of us to not say what needs to be said, to not post what needs to be posted. Also, we can keep our accounts. What I would like to have my account, not because I even respect this company, but because I'm in daily communication with men and women on the ground in Gaza, in the West Bank, who I've grown to love, who I send voice notes encouraging them, who I pray with, pray for. How dare you? But no, I'm not begging for my account back. I would rather have my dignity and not have the account. If I have to go out on a street corner and speak up for Palestine and Palestinians and speak up for Gaza and the West Bank, if I have to go to Times Square and do it, I'll do it. But I'm not going to sell my soul to be on Mark Zuckerberg or anybody else's good side. I refuse to do it, and you should refuse to do it. Please, ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers, do not hold your tongue about what you're seeing and about what our sisters and brothers in Gaza and the West Bank are experiencing right now. Don't stop. Don't stop posting. Do not be afraid. Not of them, not of Israel, not of the United States. Fear not of them or of any power. Because here's what I know. The people are with Palestine. Are the corporations? No. Are the most powerful elected officials? Are the princes and kings? No. But the people are with Palestine. And together we're strong. Together we'll keep on fighting. I love you. I appreciate you. We'll figure things out.
Well, Shaun has said a lot. He's said a lot, and mostly what he said was pretty accurate, if not all of it was accurate. We do know that there have been close to 28,000 people who've died in Palestine. We know that at least 10,000 of those were children. We've seen the images, we've seen the videos. And yes, Meta, Instagram, Facebook, we need answers from you. Why did you shut this man's page down? His information kept the public informed. But I'm sure he's going to find a workaround. But ladies and gentlemen, listen to what Shaun said. He said nothing wrong. Even when he spoke about Yemen, he said nothing wrong. We saw last week, early part of last week, that Prime Minister Netanyahu talked about the 3 hostages that was killed by the IDF. They killed their own hostages. So is this a strategic approach to go after Hamas, or is this genocide? Because it looks like genocide for me, and I'm sure it looks like genocide for a lot of you. And Shaun said it best. The people in power, the princes, the kings, the leaders, presidents, vice presidents, members of Congress, some senators, they're not on board with Palestine. But the people are. And the people are the majority. So while they silence Shaun King on these platforms, that doesn't silence all of us. All the many content creators that talk about some of the most random stuff. This is something that you must pay attention to. And I know some of you are saying, oh, but what about this? What about what they said about him there? Well, a lot of that stuff was propaganda. A lot of the stuff they said about Shaun King was propaganda. He's posted receipts. He's put receipts out. He showed letters where he hadn't taken any funds from Black Lives Matter. But that was a narrative that was being put out there to discourage people to support him. But Shaun was one of the very few who had people informed about George Floyd, Eric Garner, Tamir Rice. And just ask yourself, when you think about supporting platforms, ask yourself, what content are they really giving you that can help you be informed and aware that can affect your community? That's the things you should be looking at. People saying, Byron, this is not what you typically talk about. Sometimes you got to step out the box. But a lot of you don't know that I've participated as a journalist in covering Ferguson uprising when Trayvon Martin was killed in Ferguson by George Zimmerman. I was there on the ground. I was there for the trial. I stayed there until the conclusion. While the results weren't what we were hoping, but the showing up is very important. So next time you get on one of your favorite YouTube channels, ask them, why are you not talking about what happened to Shaun? You'll hear people saying, well, he was doing this, he was doing that. No, they want to be in a safe place. They want to be in a safe place. That's why they don't want to talk about it. So I'm watching a lot of you out there. Some of you I've talked to already. Some of you have had told me essentially how you felt about the situation. But it's good telling me, but it's better telling your audience. It's better telling your audience. We see this devastation that's occurring. It's genocide. It's genocide. Hamas kidnapped hostages. They didn't kidnap or kill hundreds and thousands of people. Not any killing is wrong. But the fact of the matter is, look at the propaganda. Because if you can win the war of public opinion, that's half the battle. So Shaun King was one of the individuals trying to keep the messaging out there. And he's been effective. His messaging has more people aware of what's happening. So I'm looking at a comment. This is a comment right here. I'm gonna post this. See, this is the type of comment. Challenger is dangerous right now. See, comments like that, comments like this shows you there are people out there that probably should need to get under their bed right now. Because comments like I'm gonna put it out there because I know a lot of you think like that. But the fact of the matter is, if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. So we're going to remove that comment. And I want to share something I saw. Let me see if I can bring this up here. So I see a response. I'm the biggest Palestine supporter. What is that? But your last comment didn't really have anything to do with support. You were saying it was dangerous. I mean, it is dangerous, but when you got all these people dying, that's more dangerous. They're dead. They're dead already. I want to pull up this article here that I'm sure a lot of you probably seen it already. Well, probably not. I'm gonna pull it up anyway. Hold on. Let's see if I can share this one with you guys. Let me pull that article up. It was the biggest lead story on their page. Let's see here. What did they bury it? Let me see if they took it down. Hold on. Let's see where it is. Where's the article here? Okay, they might have removed it, but we're going to see here real quick here. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can break it up here. We're going to pull it over here. Okay, here we're back. Let's see if we can bring it up. Okay, let's see here. I want to show you guys something here. We'll do a screen share. Do a screen share here. Okay, so let's look at this article here. Forget the ads. Okay, let's get that out of here. Okay, so let me know you can see this article here. So the headlines is BLM activist Shaun King claims Instagram account banned over fighting for Palestine amid anti-Israel posts. So they say he claims he was banned because of this purpose, for this reason. Well, he just told you from his mouth that that's why he was banned. And if we look at the article, it says controversial Black Lives Matter activist, controversial Black Lives Matter activists. Just look how they're trying to smear him already. Who had claimed he aided the release of 2 U.S. citizens that were kidnapped by Hamas and has accused Israel of genocide, had his Instagram account blocked Monday. Oh, yeah, it was blocked Monday. But notice how they start the article by smearing the guy's name. What is so controversial about him other than him reporting what's occurring in Palestine? All right, guys, I'm trying to bring my window back up. Yeah. I don't want to lose you guys. Here we go. Here we go. What's so controversial about that? Him making people aware of what's going on. Guys, I'm trying to scroll this up here. Let me stop sharing that right there. Hold on. So I have several windows open, so bear with me. I think Shaun will be back on another platform. I think that he should look into probably fan base or even starting his own app. I think him starting his own app would probably make more sense because he controls his own app. Um, so hopefully that'll be one of the ways he can keep it, keep the people informed. But let's just pay attention to what's going on right now. And with Shaun, he still has a Twitter page, but he hasn't done any tweets on his page. So I'm hoping others will at least listen to some of the other pages that he recommends. I think he has another page called Grassroots Law on Instagram, and he'll probably likely be putting some messages out on that page. But I don't know how long that page is going to be up, or I don't know how long his Facebook page is going to be up. But if there's something significant that the public needs to be informed about, if he shares it with me, I'll share with you guys. I mean, but just look at this, the censorship, and think about what has not been censored on social media. Some of the craziest stories, they're still up. The platforms haven't taken them down. However, they've banned him for sharing something that is really happening. It's not fake news. It's not propaganda video. This is stuff that's really happening right now. Because I have friends that are Palestinian, and they're telling me that they've lost loved ones. So this is something real. And I think that if you don't call out these platforms that are shadow banning people that are actually doing real work in the, I guess, in the social media streets, then that should be concerning. That should be very concerning for you. I'm gonna drop the link here. So if you want to join the stream, drop. I see we have We have a couple of hundred people in here. I want you guys to uh, hit the notification button, hit the like, subscribe button. I'm dropping the link if you want to come up and discuss this latest development involving Shaun King. Here's your opportunity. I'm gonna share the link again. If you want to come up, if you're not scared, come on up. Come on up. If you're not scared, come up. I'm going to take it off screen. I'm gonna let you guys. I'm going to be here. You can click that link. I'm gonna let the music play for a few minutes, and I want you to come up. Okay, I shared the link, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Rick,
What's up? What's up? What's up?
what's going on, man?
Hey man,
I
first
thought I
off,
had problems with the sound. You can hear me good?
yeah.
Okay, good. So, what do you think about the banning of Shaun King on Instagram?
Hold on, it sounds like we got.
Excuse me, Rick. Can you hear me?
Hold on. I think we got two echoes. Let me mute that. There's something going on. Maybe the other page.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Let me get it right, man. Let me get it right. All right, I think that's better now. Yeah, I think that's better. Can you hear me?
I can hear you good. I can hear you, my brother.
All right,
So, what
cool.
do you
You
think
ready?
about this banning of Shaun King? I mean, 6 million followers or subscribers on Instagram is definitely a major blow to getting this message out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
What steps do you
definitely.
think? What steps do you think he should take to continue his mission?
First off, man, I just want to commend you for even doing a live on the banning of Shaun King because like you said earlier, a lot of people are afraid to speak out for what's right. And, we're living in a time where the line is being drawn in the sand. You know what I'm saying? You either going to stand on the side of for what's right, or you going to stand on the side for what's wrong by not choosing. You know what I'm saying? But you're definitely, we're at a time now where you're definitely going to have to make a choice. And I'm always standing for what's right, for what's real. And so are you, man. So I salute you for that. But in regards to what he has to do, I definitely feel like he should, start his own app. This man had I think it was 8 million followers on Instagram. He said he was there from day one or the first month, right?
Yeah, about
So,
6 million.
oh yeah, 6 million. Okay.
Mhm.
So if
Still a
you,
lot.
yeah, exactly.
He
so,
has 6 million more than I did.
so here's the thing that shows us the power in speaking truth, speaking your voice, and the power that we have once we corral the people, because the people still ultimately have the power. So if you've been able to mobilize 6 million people, you should definitely create your own app and be your own voice. There's a white gentleman by the name of I think of his name in a minute, but he does these shows on, but he has his own his own app, but he does these shows on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of, they've labeled it conspiracy stuff. But right now, we're in an age now, man, where we got to take our power in our own hands and stop giving our power to, these social media platforms who, if we say something wrong, do something wrong, then they delete us, man. Another thing I would suggest too, man, is banding with a group or a coalition of people, that support what he's doing. So himself and some others, man, you know what I'm saying, that may have 1 million, 2 million, 3 million followers, and have a coalition of people to where we are pulling our resources together, unifying our voice, so that we'll be stronger. That's the same thing the United Nations did. That's what we have to start doing now as a people. So that's what I would recommend.
So he, there's apps like fan base. Do you think a platform like that would support what he's trying to do?
That's a good question. You know what I'm saying? I think it's really because the thing that happens, right? When you support Shaun King, you got to be willing to bet it all. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Say that again.
I say when you support somebody like a Shaun King,
Mm-hmm.
you got to be willing to bet and risk it all in the name of truth. So that's a question that, for Isaac. Is Isaac willing to bet it all and risk it all, to stand up for truth? Because, there's going to be people, there's going to be things that happen as a result of supporting him. You know what I'm saying? So that's the question that, you have to ask. That Isaac has to ask himself, who's the owner of fan base, the founder of fan base.
I'm wondering why with all the things that he's doing, why hadn't he started his own app sooner? Because the problem here is, Zuckerberg, who owns Meta, he has to draw a line in the sand as well, because he has advertisers that will not want to back the platform. So, when you're in your own house, you can do what you want to do. When you're in someone else's house, it's a lot different.
You got to follow their rules. But, the biggest thing in this, man, it shows us the power of social media. You know what I'm saying? So much so that one person has garnered 6 million people. And he's become so much of a threat that the several nations, as he said, have put him on a certain list, have banned against him because, his voice is that powerful, man. So, that really, if we don't understand anything else, man, it's the power of the people. We have to understand that, the people still ultimately have the power. We just cannot be fearful. You can't fear. We're in a time right now where you can't be fearful. If you're fearful, then guess what? They're going to set some booby traps up. When people are fearful, they make unrational or irrational decisions, right? They don't think. Their thought process is disrupted, and they just, who's going to save us? Who has the answer? No, take a minute, stop, calm down, breathe, and make a rational decision that isn't fearful. And that's where we are now. We have to take a minute, calm down, stop, and breathe, and make a decision that's real thought out versus something that's emotional and fearful. That's where we are right now, man.
Oh, my cousin jumped in the comment section. Hey, cousin, happy holiday to you. Make sure you follow her. She's a travel blogger extraordinaire. She's all over the globe right now. But she's back in town for a couple of weeks. But she's back on the road again. But we don't just shout out to the cousin.
Definitely. What's up, Roxanne?
Roxanne. Dan. I was messing with her growing up. But what's interesting? I did a story on Christian Keys and Tyler Perry.
Okay.
Did crazy numbers. You
Mm-hmm.
talk about stuff like this, people scared. Oh, I don't get my platform, nigga. I don't want to mess with my advertising. I get it. I get it. I get it. But at least make an attempt. Just, throw it out to see, see who would support, the message. You can spend maybe 15 minutes to an hour, at least informing people of some of the things that may or may not, affect them directly, but more
Mm-hmm.
so get the message out at large.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and I get it, and not to come down on people for protecting their own interests, because at the end of the day, you got to make the decision that's best for you. But the question that I pose to those people is, are you going to sign up for the trinkets? You know what I'm saying? The shiny things, or are you going to sign up for something that's real? You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't know, and I know you probably see it. You're a journalist, but I don't know if you saw Tyrese wearing the red dress.
It
Did you see
actually
that
wasn't
picture?
addressed
What was it?
in Saudi Arabia. It's not addressed, but it's like one of the yeah. See, there you go. It's not addressed. You'll see other.
I have one question there. You say it's not a dress, right? It's what they wear in Saudi Arabia, right? That's what you're saying, right?
Yes.
He was in a picture with 5 or 6 other white gentlemen. Why did they not have on that same attire? I'll wait. I'll wait.
Well, listen. He was standing alongside. I think I saw the photo. But if you go, just look at some of the pictures. Look at some of the attire that people in Saudi Arabia wear. I mean, I'm not going to say the man wears. The Tyrese doesn't even get rock like that. I wouldn't even put that on that man. I wouldn't put that on him.
We'll leave that one alone. The only question that I have is, in that picture, why did the other gentlemen not have on similar attire since they were in Saudi Arabia and they were
I'm sure
here?
he's going to answer that question when he gets back in the country. He
And
was
then
out there for his
that's the
birthday.
only question that I have. I mean, at the end of the day, you're a man. You do your own thing. You do what you do for the reasons
What are you
that you
trying to say?
do. Hey, what Dr. Umar say? Don't you find that suspicious?
No, I'm not even touching that one, my brother. But
So
I
we'll leave,
appreciate you.
we'll leave that one alone. But the point that I'm making is, at the end of the day, we choose whatever decision we're gonna make for the reason that we make it. And I'm just saying, take a step back and say, man, it's not all about the shiny things, the glittery things at the end of the day. It's about leaving a legacy for the next generation, standing on truth, standing on principle, and moving forward with that. That's what it's about. And we all have our shortcomings. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this as if I'm a perfect man, but at the same time, I am saying, man, just take a step back and say, wow, is it all for the money? Is it all for the glitter? Is it all for the Bentley, the big house, the yacht? You know what I'm saying? Are we doing this for that, or are we doing this for something that's more tangible, that's more real, that's, you know, legacy building?
Right. Or the next generation. Yeah, because we're
Yeah,
going to
that's
leave here.
that's yeah, that's what I'm saying. The legacy.
Right. We're going to leave here. And what we
Yeah.
leave behind for our children, it's going to be telling. Are we going to leave
Mhm.
them better off than we are, or are we going to leave this place a mess?
Yeah. Because I was just watching a documentary earlier called The Great Awakening, and I challenge you all to watch it. It was investigated filmmaker, documentary producer that did it. But one of the things or one of the scenes in the film, and we talk about this all the time, my wife and I, Isha, uh, about we're approaching a time now, right, where we're having like this five-headed monster, right? There's a economic crisis that's brewing. There's a pandemic that's brewing. There's a war that's brewing. So you have all of these things that are brewing at the same time where it's never happened like this before. And you know, we're approaching some challenging times, but at the end of the day, you know, what if you wake up in the morning and your dollar is no good? So all those sacrifices that you've made and the dollar has dropped to zero, now you got millions in your account of millions of dollars that's worth nothing right now. You know what I'm saying? What do you do then?
So what do you recommend, Mr. B1 expert?
Yeah, so the thing that we recommend, right, is we stand on principle, you group with like-minded people, and you understand what real money is. Real money is not Bentleys, big houses, cash, digital currency. Real money is silver, it's gold, palladium, it's real estate. You know what I'm saying? It's time that you have real money because at the end of the day, that's what's going to save you. At the end of the day, we need food, clothing, and shelter. And we're
Absolutely.
approaching a time where those are going to be the three most important things that's needed: food, clothing, shelter, and protection. Because the ones who didn't prepare for it, they're going to be trying to take yours. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if you've seen the movie Leave the World Behind, the one that Barack Obama produced or
Yes,
something.
believe me, I saw that.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
had to see it
So,
again. I saw one time it was too many
so
jewels being dropped.
exactly, yeah. So that's one of those films that you need your pen and your pad. So not to scare people, but just to have some real conversation, right? So imagine, you know, we've that, and I'll just say, person A has made all of these sacrifices for these financial rewards, right? The big house, the big car, you know what I'm saying? A Tesla, a yacht, all of these things, right? And as that movie displayed, because at the end of the day, I don't think it's just a movie. You know what I'm saying? I think it's foreshadowing or foretelling what's to come. But you made all of these sacrifices, right? And tomorrow morning, you wake up, hit the switch. There's no
No,
light.
no light.
There's no computer. There's no cell phone. You can't access the millions of dollars in that digital account. What do you do? What do you do, Dennis?
Well, I have I have a survival plan.
Got it. So you better have a survival plan. That's the
Right.
point that I'm making. So you got to have your survival plan, man. That's really what it's about,
If
and
the
that's what we
supermarket's shut down right now, no access to any food, how many people do you think is prepared for another pandemic? A
not
pandemic?
many, not many,
Not many.
not
They're back
many.
in the club. They're back in the theaters. They're back. I mean, how many people are actually really prepared?
Hmm. So to bring this full circle and take it back to Shaun King, um, that's what we got to do, man. So we got to stand on principle and stand on what's real, so we can speak our voice, we can speak our truth, so that we can leave the planet in better shape than when we were born on it, than where we found it. You know what I'm saying? So our kids don't have to worry about situations like that. You know what I'm saying? They know that,
Absolutely.
yeah, they know that at the end of the day, they're gonna have food, clothing, and shelter. You
So
know.
while this stream is about Shaun King being banned, I
Mm-hmm.
mean the bigger picture is how do you retain your own power? Because did he have power or did he have influence? It
He had,
sounds like he had influence more
yeah,
than
he didn't
power.
have power. If he had power, they would never be able to silence his voice.
Absolutely.
And what they've done is they silenced his voice by taking those 8 million fans. You know what I'm
Six.
saying? Now, I mean those 6 million fans. So I had you know, we just did a project with Dr. Boyce Watkins, right? Called B1, B1 the movie. So right before we released that project, guess what? They took or deleted 500,000 subscribers, followers from his IG page.
Did he ever
Deleted.
get it back?
Oh, no. No.
Wow.
Nah, if you go to his page now, I think he's at about 60 some thousand right now.
He's up. He's
But
in.
they deleted 500,000 on Instagram, right?
So what we call that in the hood is a nigga wake up call.
Yeah,
That's what it is. It's a wake up call.
exactly. So that's what this is for Shaun King, man. And you know, if I could speak to the brother, I would say, hey, man, you still have influence. You still have, you know, the ability to reach maybe not 6 million, but maybe 2 million, 3 million. But while people are talking about you and this occurrence now, you got to move fast to set up another platform so those people can follow you and access you on that platform. Like you got to really move fast and set something up. And if you go back to a social media platform, or Twitter or YouTube or Instagram or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Let that be your secondary. You got to set up something that's primary, which is an app or your own website or something that's primary. And you know, truth be told, man, I wish you would have, you know, somebody would have whispered in his ear and say, "Hey, man, you know, you're really making an impact here, so you might want to set up another platform because your days are numbered here."
Yeah, uh, yeah. He, like you said, he didn't see that
Mhm.
coming. But the problem is when you got that much power, you got to do a
Mhm.
Tasha K and set your own app up, which she did. She set her own.
Yeah,
One thing about Tasha is she took a periphery approach
yeah,
to uh, dealing with whatever financial issues that she may encounter by having her own
Mhm.
app.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a smart move. I got to give her that. That was a smart move.
And he may need to consult with her and some other people who've been banned from these social media platforms, like Riza Islam. You know what I'm saying? He's in uh, the B1 movie, and you know he was banned from, you know, Twitter, Instagram. He was banned from all of these different platforms. Uh, you know, when he was talking about that fuddy duddy, and they banned him. Boom. But now they've allowed him to come back, you know, on the platform, you know, because some things have come out since then. But they banned him nevertheless, and he had hundreds of thousands of followers as well that he
You talking
lost.
about RZA?
Yeah, Riza Islam.
Wow.
Yeah, so you know, if I was Shaun, man, I would be getting on the phone with some of these people and you know, putting a strategic plan together to create my own app, to create my own platform.
Well, I think anyone that is really serious about their
Mhm.
content and monetizing their content, having control over their content, they got to have their own platform. Because Shaun said in his own video, he had tons and tons of video footage that was uploaded to that platform.
That's
They
gone.
took the platform. He probably don't have the. I don't know if he has the same retain the footage because it might have just been uploaded and deleted. And
Hmm.
that's crazy when someone else has the power to control
Your whole
how you
catalog.
eat, your whole
Yeah,
catalog. You know, me. You know how I rock. I keep my stuff on hard drives.
you got
I ain't
hard
playing.
drives upon hard drives.
I'm not playing with you. I'm not
Hey,
playing with
look,
you.
and don't keep it in the cloud either, because
No,
guess
I ain't
what?
playing.
That's digital.
Right, the cloud
Hey,
is a
look,
setup for
I
people to
would say,
think.
and this is a shameless plug, but for the movie, we decided to do a hard copy DVD for this same reason. You know what I'm saying? We
Absolutely,
we got a hard copy DVD and CD. So therefore, if you delete me from social media or you delete this B1 movie from social media, then guess what? The people that bought it still have a hard copy.
still have it.
Yeah, and there's a QR code that goes with it. So you got the digital version. It's the QR code right there. So you
Let me
got the
tell you something.
digital version because I know a lot of people don't have DVD players. But
Let me, if I lost my Netflix account, I have a whole DVD collection.
exactly.
I
And
got
that,
some of
you
the
know what I'm saying? If you had seen that movie, The World They Left Behind, when everything goes down, especially this internet that we are being programmed to love and be so addicted to, if you don't watch that and say, well, damn, okay, you know what I'm saying? Then you don't realize how dependent you are on it. And I give you another example, man. My battery went out on my BMW, right? Battery, boom.
well, is electric car?
Nah, it's a gas car, but nothing works because everything got the computerized system in. I can't let
Okay.
the seat back. I couldn't, and get this right here. This is the kicker right here, right? So the battery goes out. So now the battery goes out, but guess what? Where's the battery? The battery is in the trunk or the gate of the car, right? But you can't get in the gate because the battery is dead. So how do you even get to the gate to open the gate and to lift the flap to then get to the battery if everything is dead?
Crazy.
So
listen, we have over 300 people watching. Make sure you hit the like button.
Yeah. So it was a wake-up call for me. I'm like, damn. So I challenge y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Just do an exercise. Take the one of the posts off of the battery, right? Well, in my case, I can do it because the battery was in the trunk. But just imagine if everything goes down electrical in your car. Can you access the battery? What's your plan B and C? You know what I'm saying?
You better have some tools in your trunk.
You can't get in the trunk, Dennis. You didn't hear me. Listen.
Well, you have the trunks have emergency cords.
On the BMW?
I have one. You saw mine.
Okay. And I want you to go through this exercise, right? Everything is down. So that means you gotta open your fob, right? Use that manual key to get in the door, right?
Right.
So it unlocks that door. So you're in the vehicle, right?
Right.
But on my BMW, there is no manual key slot.
You're screwed. You're screwed.
So you need to check and see if there's a manual key slot on the back of your BMW. I'm thinking about selling my car.
Because I'm going to check that. I didn't even think about that, but I'm going to check that.
That's what I'm saying. So therefore, there's no manual key slot to open the gate, right? So the only thing you can do is get in the car, open the driver's side door with that key. First, you got to figure out how to pop this lock off because everything is kind of enclosed. You got one big computer, right? So you got to pop the lock off to manually open the car door. When you manually open your driver's side car door, you can then manually open the other doors, right? Mm-hmm. But you cannot. There's supposed to be there's an emergency release on the gate. Mine is not working. So I read the manual, pulled that, it wasn't working. So I can't open the gate. I couldn't open the gate, no way. I couldn't even
I get your point.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you just need to do a kind of exercise, man. And I challenge you all to do this. And then the crazier part about it, when you put a new battery in, you got to pay BMW to then reprogram the battery.
Absolutely.
You got to pay them to reprogram the battery, and they can take that fob key and tell you the date that it went down, how many miles.
Of course, because it's all chip. It's all chip. I had to replace
a big computer is the point that I'm making, man. So
right.
I'm looking at getting me an old school pickup truck where we use oil and gas. If something go down, boom, we use it.
Make sure you have a well in the back of the house, or don't rely on, you got to have backup water too now.
Yeah, so that's just kind of where we are right now, man. Where we really got to think about these strategic plans because, again, Shaun King, you got to be strategic, man, because they going boom. They being strategic. They're putting their plan together.
Man, I hope he has an app that's already in production, and they just. But if he wasn't promoting it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then too, I hope he got a stash of money somewhere, man, because you got to think about the loss of income too.
Well, was he making money on Instagram?
I mean, if he had 6 million people, of course,
he was.
He was monetizing it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
You doing this full time, we got to monetize it.
Yeah, he probably was charging for posts. I mean, that's he can do that.
Yeah, so
6 million, that's a lot. That's a lot.
So you got to think about the effects, the trickle down effects. You know what I'm saying? That
there are creators out here now that will never talk about the stuff he's talking about. They will never talk about the stuff he's talking about because it's putting their bag in jeopardy. I guess that streaming is another streaming platform that the what's the young guy? Sai, the young kid that is on one of these other streaming platforms. I forgot the streaming platform, but they removed him. I'll tell you, he was on a stream with Offset about a month ago. If anyone knows the young kid's name, I want to say it wasn't Twitter. What's the gaming site that these kids are on now? Gaming platform.
Twitch.
Yeah, he's a Twitch. He's on Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah, young guy, dark skin. He went to New York and told people to come out. He was going to give something away, some tickets or something, but they kicked him off of Twitch yesterday.
For what?
I don't know, but this guy has a massive amount of followers. Anyone know that young man's name? Put him on. I don't know the guy's name though, but yeah, he lost his platform just like that. But it wasn't his platform. He was on someone else's platform. He had a temporary share on the platform, like no different than me or you or whoever. I mean, that's why these apps, a lot of these social media influencers, they need to think about getting their own app. At the end of the day, they need to think about it, because if you rely on that as one of your ways of getting income, and they pull a rug from under you like that, that's major. That's major. And just think about the time he put in just to develop that. It's major. So I get it. I guess the lesson is to be prepared for the worst case scenario. That's the lesson. Be prepared.
And you have to run these kind of simulated exercises. You know what I'm saying? We got to do that, because we trust these digital platforms, man, and we one blackout away from everything being gone.
Absolutely.
Everything.
Rick, thank you, man. I know I appreciate you coming on the platform.
No doubt.
I wasn't planning on being on here that long. I just wanted to inform the people what was going down. For those who are watching, make sure you are subscribing. Make sure you're liking. Make sure you're sharing. Until I have this platform no more.
No doubt, man. Thanks for sharing, man. Thanks for bringing me on board, man.
I appreciate you, man. We're going to take this out, man. We're going to take it out with, I'm not going to sing a song, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you out with my favorite, my new favorite intro. We're out.